Evening, y'all. I'm cleaning up the supper, and then a little bit I'm gonna take Levi for a ride through town because he's been asking to go through town. He hasn't gone for a while, so I'm gonna run him through town. Maybe take you guys along. But we had ham beans for supper. That's how we eat in the holler. Ham beans and good old-fashioned cornbread. We had a ham, a smoked ham, double smoked, that Travis smoked on the smoker for Christmas Eve. Had some family over. And anytime at Christmas when we do a ham, we always save the remaining parts plus the bone and make a big old pot of beans within the next week. So that's what we did. And since I had to work this week and wasn't here to actually do them on the stove, they go in the crock pot. And 9 times out of 10, I make my beans in the crock pot anyways because, again, it's a weekday meal typically. And that's how I cook them. And I put them on low, let them cook about 8-9 hours. And that's look good. And they're ready and well done and soft beans, none of that hard stuff when we come home. So then that way, all I gotta do is make the cornbread or whatever else gonna go with it, and it's good to go. But yeah, you can see here, you're gonna want that bone there. I don't know if you can see that, because that's where you're gonna get your good juices and your stock from for your bean soup, because these are soup beans. And then all this, you know, there's a lot of meat still here, as you can see. I don't know if you see all that, yeah, good meat. But there's fat as well, and that just kind of helps with the flavor and gives you more of a soupy quality, which is how we like ours. So, but we will eat on this again probably tomorrow night for supper, and possibly even Saturday, depending on how much is left. Because that's what we do. We try to, if we have a meal, we have leftovers, we try to use them up instead of wasting. So we don't have livestock or nothing to feed our scraps to. So we just keep eating until it's gone. But yeah, that's what we're having. There's my lid. Or will have for the next couple of days. And they're good. We were raised on pintos. He was, I was. It's a staple in our household. All our family eats beans. Well, the boys won't really eat the beans that much. Levi will some. But, you know, that's how we were raised. Country food. So if you have a type of bean or food that you like, or a certain way to cook, let me know. Put it in the comments. Or if you use a crock pot and you like it, let me know. But I'm going to put this away. Go ahead and clean up these few dishes that's remaining, because we had Mom and Daddy up and they ate with us. There's a spoon. I don't know what that's doing up there. And then I'll go take her out through town. See you in a bit. Welcome back. It's about 8 o'clock at night almost, so we're just going to ride through and see how things are looking. Turn my light off a little bit. Hopefully you guys can still see me okay. There's a lot more traffic in town for a Thursday night than I would have expected. They still got the decorations up through here from Christmas. Take a look at that. Yeah, so we're just riding through. I tell you what though, it's been a day, it's been a week, and I didn't even work Monday because our office observed Monday is Christmas holiday. I took some time off last week, and then I had Monday, so I came back to work on Tuesday. So we're just trying to get back in the swing of things. And then we're gonna, I forget, on Monday for service of New Year's. So it'll probably be the same way next week. But I still don't really regret the time off, because I really, really enjoyed being with the boys and making memories that we've never really gotten to make before. I had a lot of people ask me how my Christmas was, and I keep telling them the same thing. It was the most wonderful Christmas I've had in years, if not my entire adult life. Go back down through these, show you here. Going back down through the lights show. If you see my previous video, you got to see a little bit of it. But if you didn't, it is posted and you can definitely check it out. So we're almost done with our ride and head back to the house. But yeah, so the reasons it was probably the best I've ever had in my adult life. Levi will be 16 January 2nd. And so when the age came for him that he would normally, as a typical child, would normally have that excitement of Christmas. It would have that excitement of Christmas, would be, excited about Santa, all those things. The laughter, the joy, the anticipation. It wasn't there. The autism takes a lot from you. It does. It took a lot from him. And so that was just never there. So since the beginning of his life, as his parents, we never got to experience that either. We never got to know what it felt like to see the excitement, on his face. His eyes light up, at the thought of Santa and his reindeer, the just pure joy and happiness on Christmas morning, and all the other little things in between that, you might normally do and not even think twice about it, that it's just so common. We can do those things. He just, wouldn't feel like trying to incorporate that into his life and our life. It's just with his ASD and his sensory processing disorder and, his ADHD as well. Things just did not suit him. It was not comfortable to him. Sociably, it was difficult. There's just a lot of things that you just can't do that we couldn't do. So we just got accustomed to that year after year, and that became what we knew. That was our norm until we had Garrett. Now Garrett, the news on him, we thought originally a year ago that, or actually a little bit before that, that he may have some ASD himself. So we had been going to a developmental child behavioral specialist about an hour away. About 2 visits a year we've been going, having testing done, things like that, to try to determine if he was on the spectrum or if he wasn't. So he went back September, I think it was, of this year, and saw her for follow-up. And backstory is he was in early intervention school, public school, last school year, and he did it again this school year. He's been back in it, so he's really had a whole lot of interventions and therapies. And so when we saw her in September, she was very comfortable in saying that, you know, she was certain ASD, or autism spectrum disorder, was not a factor in him. So that was very, very good news to hear. But, you know, he does have some other issues we're working out, and I might mention that again in another video, but that's, you know, that's not a factor. So last Christmas last year, you know, he was 3, so it was still, you know, one of those issues of still having to kind of help him open presents. You know, he was kind of excited, but he didn't quite understand everything yet. You know, that kind of thing. You ever home? But this year was different, you know, and he knows what it was. He understood it all. And he was very much a part of everything. We made cookies. We did ornaments. You know, we painted ornaments. Candy making. I mean, it just, the whole, you know, cookies for Santa. It was just wonderful. It really was. And then Christmas morning, there was the excitement, there was the joy, there was the laughter and anticipation, and the light in his eyes. And I mean, Levi even had a wonderful morning too. I mean, he's gotten in the last few years to where he appreciates, you know, the holiday and for what it is. But to experience all of that was the most emotional feeling. It was the best. I don't even have the words. I just don't. It's so easy to take those things for granted, that this is the normal, and, you know, this is what you feel and what you do. But when you don't have that, or you've never known that, and then you're finally awakened to what it could be, it's the most incredible feeling. And you're so grateful, and you're so thankful, and just overcome with joy that God allowed you to experience that. And it was just a miracle. It's the only way I can describe it. So we had a really great day that day. I mean, the whole prep this year and leading up to it has just really been so wonderful, because we had so much hurt and heartache in the last couple of years, right around Christmas. It's just been hard. It has really been hard. But this Christmas finally felt good. And I am just so, again, just so grateful, so thankful to God that He blessed us with that experience and with no hurt in December. Because December for our family has been dreaded for quite a few years. Like, December was just like the cursed month for the Sawyers family. So to have finally that relief and just that exuberance of, you know, Christ's birth, and this is wonderful, and this time is wonderful, and things are good, and nobody was hurt, nobody died, we didn't go through anything traumatic. And then on top of that, we got to have that wonderful experience Christmas morning. So it was just great. And I hope you all had great Christmases. I hope that you had time with your families and memories made, and just filled with love. And I just hope that your years are good years. That 2023 is a good year for you. I pray that it is. But I've made it back to the house. Levi has abandoned me. He's gone back in. He watched a Paw Patrol DVD that he got for Christmas the whole time. Sweet boy. And he is looking out the door, waiting on me to come out of the car. So I'll get in. But I just wanted to kind of touch base, see how everybody was. Hope you're doing great. And it's almost New Year's. So we're having a party for Levi for his 16th birthday this weekend. So hopefully I can check back in later on and show you guys a little of that. And if you're watching and you're liking these videos, hit like, subscribe, and if you want to comment and wish him a happy birthday, that'd be great. He's all about the YouTube. He knows what I'm doing in my videos, and he enjoys sometimes being in them. But I know he'd really get a kick out of seeing happy birthday comments to him. So if you like, feel free to do that. And hope everybody has a great night, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Take care. Bye.